This conference will now be recorded.
Today we'll see about the dictionaries. Basically, the dictionary here in UiPath or any language, the dictionary is like a key value pair. Key value, the combination of the key value. Normally, if you take any objects, we have a keys, right? So normally, if you take any values, you have a keys. Keys in the sense the fields. Okay. Okay. The fields has the values. It's like that. So can you tell some objects? Any object, just tell us some objects. So suppose, for example, let us take a book is an object. Okay. So in the book, so you have a properties like here. So what is the price of, what is the title of book, description of book, and so okay, number of pages, right? So type of book. So there is a properties, right? This is a keys. The properties or keys both are same. Okay. Properties or keys, right? This is a key. So you're just having the price, and this price is a 250 rupees. Okay, that is a value. Key and value. Now, what is the title? So that is a title here. What is the description? Okay, so like that. So we can see a lot of things, right? So in the objects you have a keys and values. So these keys and values is to store the keys and values. You can have the dictionaries. Okay, basically the dictionary can contain any number of the combination of keys and values a pair. So for example, normally a student study a student number. Student number is this one. So, okay, this is a variable. One variable can hold a single value. But suppose, for example, so what it has a cities. It can store any number of values with the same type. Okay, this is a string array or a list. A string array or list. The arrays or lists can store any number of values, but all should be in the same type, right? The same type. Okay, so it's a string array. You have to store the string values. But what about the things which you have to save any type of data? So if you want to store the any type of, this is a integer type data, price or double, right? This is a string type of data. This is a string type of data. The data has a data types, right? This is another number, number type, integer type, right? Is again string type. Like that, if you have a multiple data types and multiple the combination. Suppose, for example, if you see here the variable, so the variable and this looks like the same, right? So one key has the one value. So if you have another variable, so if you want to store multiple combination of the keys and values, these kind of things, okay? So there is a dictionary. Okay, the dictionary here you have to type You have to declare while you're initializing the object, you have to define that. So what is the key data type? The key, so dictionary has a two things, right? So dictionary is stored to uh, store the multiple the values, right? Multiple values with the multiple key value pairs with the multiple different data types of the values. So integer, string, boolean, all the things. But this is a key value pair, right? So you have to define, so what is the key type and what is the value type? Okay, the key type. So for example, I'm just uh, declaring the dictionary like a city temperature. Okay, so here the key type is of string and int 32. So I'm just here we decided that the key is a string type for this dictionary. The value is an integer type. Okay. What is the dictionary name? This is a dictionary name. Let's take that dictionary name and this one back up and use a key, a new key. So first of all, if there's a dictionary, you have how to insert a, a item, item, okay? Or you can just push the item. Okay? Get a item from dict as a pull. Okay, there's a two operations. Once we are adding the new item to the dictionary and retrieving the item from the dictionary. So cities temp dot Chennai equal to 90 something like 34. Okay, this is a key. The key you're giving in the brackets of that dictionary and the value you're passing the this value just store in this Chennai. Okay, now this is a dictionary. If you take this is a dictionary, there's a key. The first one is a key. The next one is a value. That's it. Okay, so suppose we have a Chennai added here, value for the Chennai is 34. Okay. The key type we decided, and let me add a city temp of 41. So again, you added another item to the dictionary. How many items are there now? Two items, right? So two items. So we added the two items. Suppose if you are trying to add a item like a Chennai equal to 30, if I try to add the item which is already there, the key is already there, what will happen? It will just override. Suppose it is a 34, right? 34. If it's already there, what it will do? It will override the value. Okay. Now it won't add the new item, so it will just override the value like instead of 34. So it will give the 30, 30. Okay. Now the items, how many items are there? The one thing here you have to keep in mind is keys are unique. Okay, keys are unique. If you're trying to, there's no duplicate kind of thing. Okay, if you're trying to add another vongole, it won't add the duplicate vongole, so it will have a assign the new value to the existing key. Okay, So if the item is not there, then it will add the new item. Okay. So now the what is a let's try to add the one more item like a city of Bangalore. Okay. Now this is a pull Bangalore turn sheet. So what is the count? The dictionary count. Now if I type the city temp dot keys dot count. Suppose so this is a keys dot count, or you can directly use the count also, or it will come. What is the value? Just type in the chat window. What is the count? It's a 3. Okay. If I type the city temp dot keys, it has some methods. Okay, contains. Okay, so we're just checking that the keys contains the Trivandrum city or not. The keys contains. Okay, so if you want to check whether this item is already available or not, so in this dictionary, the dictionary name dot a keys dot contains method. Within the contains method, you are passing the key value. So this will return a boolean value. Okay, this will return the boolean value. So it will return the boolean values as true or false values. Now so what it will return? It will return the true or false in the statement. In this statement, which one it will return? True or false? Type in the chat window. It will return the false because our dictionary has only 3 values. That is a Chennai, Ongole, and Bangalore. That's it. Okay. We don't have a Trivandrum. Is there in the then it will return the false. Okay. City temp or suppose city temp dot this is a push up pull operation. Okay, so if I type this one, so I just type this one, so what it will return. Okay, one thing is if you just type the key, pass the key, this will return the value of that particular key. Okay, so that is a pull operation. Okay, you're just retrieving the value by passing the key. You're just asking the person, so what is the temperature in Chennai? You're just telling the Chennai, like the Chennai. Okay, the person will tell the value. Okay, so to tell the value, what you are just giving the input, you're giving the input as a key. The key is like a city name. So you're asking the person like, so what is the temperature in Ongole? Okay, you're just using the city name. That is a key. If you pass the key, then it will return the value. So if you want to get the value of the particular key, then you have to pass the that is a pull operation. Okay. What it will return? So what is the value it will return? So if I just use this one, it will return the corresponding value for that particular key. Okay, the corresponding value. What is the 4130? I'm not understand. 4130 means. Ravi Kiran? Ravi Kiran, what is the 4130? Hello, Ravi Kiran? error. If I type this one, so it will throw error. We can. So what the if I just use this one, so what it will? Okay, mistakenly entered. Okay, fine. So this will give the 30, right? If I type the Bangalore, you're just asking them what is the value of that particular. So what it will return? What it will return? 22. What it will return? What it will return? No, no, it is not false. Okay, this see this value will not return. Yeah, it is. It will throw the error. Okay, it will throw the error. It will throw the error. Uh, the given key is not found. Okay, so let us see this error also. So uh, you have to see the errors actually. Okay, so within the errors, from the errors you have to learn. Let us try to create one city. So how can we create? We will see. So first go to the variables panel, create a city name, that is your choice. So anything you can give, and the value in the value variable type, browse this one, browse types. Just type the dictionary. So write down in the notebook the namespace of the dictionary. System dot collections dot generic dot dictionary. Okay, system dot collections dot generic dot dictionary. So this dictionary, you have to decide the key data type, and so see here the key data type we give the string, right? String comma integer. That's what here, right? What is it? String is a key, and if that it is a integer, right? Doing the same thing. So select the int32. What is the key type and what is the value type? Now, it's not only just selecting the data type, you have to initialize. So if you just initialize, if you just type the message box, simply if you type the city count, just run it, run it. Okay, so will it run? How much it will tell? Just ping in the chat window. How much it will tell? 3. How it will tell the 3? So we didn't develop any code, right? We didn't develop any code. We just declare the dictionary. Did we add the Bangalore on Chennai? It's in the MS Paint only. Okay. We didn't add any value to the dictionary. How it is a 2? How it is a 3? Right? It's not 3, right? It is throwing the error. So what is this error? Okay. While you are seeing the error, you have to identify the issue. Okay. What is this error? Object reference not set to an instance of object. So earlier we learned this one. So if we get this object reference not set to an instance of objects, what would be the reason? this variable, this is an object, okay? The city type temp is object. The city temp is object. What type of city temp? What type of variable it is? What type of object it is? The dictionary of string comma int 32. It's not like a just simply select like a is a string or I is int. So you have to initialize this value. Okay. The initialization is like a initialize the objects. Okay. The city name, the same name. So same name you just copy and give here. Okay. Same name. This part initialization means at this part you have to use a new keyword and initialize the object. Okay. In the variables, the value side, new again dictionary of string comma int 32. Okay. So the one thing is you have to give the off after opening the bracket. The first one you have to give the of keyword. The next one not required. Okay. The next one not required. Now see, this is initialized. Now let me know. So if I just type the city temp.count, which number it will display? Just type in the chat window which number it will display. We initialize. So if you don't initialize, it will return the object reference not set to an instance of object. Okay. We initialized properly, and we're just trying to execute this one. And as we just initialized, we're not adding any values. That's why it is a 0. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Now let us add one by one value. So the value adding is like this, right? This is a simple assign operator. That's it. Okay. Simple assign operator. So in the same way, how the student name number equal to this one. So if you want to do this type of operations, what activity we will use? We're just using the assign activity. So the same way, this is also looks like the assigning the value to the variable. So this is a variable and this is a value. Okay, there's a key within the variable. This is a key and this is a value, right? So do the same thing. So just drag the assign another assign operator and so use the same thing. City temp Bangalore. Okay, that is a key. Just simple, a very simple thing. Normally we are using like a student name equal to some number, right? The student name equal to some value, right? Student number equal to some value. In the same way, we're just giving that, but instead of that variable directly, we're just using the dictionary of key, a new key. Okay, so the values are 50. 50, the values are simple. Don't give anything like a city temp of 50. Okay, it is a simple value you have to give. So which value you have to assign to that particular key? Got it? So now, so let us try to this count as well as I'm just retrieving the value. So suppose Bangalore. Okay, so if I type this one, the same thing here. Nothing. The dictionary bracket open key. There's no much coding here. Okay, dictionary bracket open a new key, and so it will give the count, and it will give the this will give the count. So just count. I'm just converting that into the toString. Okay, here the value of Bangalore. So why it is showing the error? Because the result of this one is the int 32. The result of this one is a 50, right? And this will give the int 32. So convert that into the toString, concatenate. If we just run, C count is a 1 and the value of the Bangalore is a 50. The value of the Bangalore is a 50. See, up to value of the Bangalore we hard coded, and this is a this will return the 50. The whole thing. That means if you pass the key to the dictionary and it will give the value. So now I'm just looking for the Chennai. So which number it will give? Just type in the chat window. Chennai, value of Chennai. So there's just some spelling mistake. Value of Chennai. Just type in the chat window which number it will give here. Okay. Value of Chennai and cities of Chennai. Noticing. So tell me which number it will give here. Here in this message box, which number it will print? Just type in the chat window which number it will print. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. So as we do not have the key name called Chennai, it will throw the error. Okay. We write down in a notebook this name also, the error, right? The given key was not present in the dictionary. Write down in the notebook. Okay. Because you should know about the errors. By seeing the error message itself, you have to identify where is the error exactly. Okay, that much level you have to improve. Okay, so write down these are all the common errors. Okay, the common errors is like a select or not found exception, right? Select or not found. The given key was not present in the dictionary. So what is the name? So the given key was not present in the dictionary. Okay, write down this message, second line message. When it will come this one, so the given key, so you're passing the key, retrieving by to retrieve the value. Okay, Chennai is not available in the dictionary. The key Chennai is not available in the dictionary. Okay, now I'm just adding that Bangalore equal to 32. No, so Chennai 32. I'm just adding Bangalore. Okay, so we have how many items we have in the what is the count of the dictionary now? What is the count of the dictionary? Just tell others what is the count of the dictionary now? It's a two only, right? Okay, here it will display the two. Okay, what it will display here? The Bangalore temperature. Bangalore temperature, which one it will display? It won't display the 50, okay? Because the 50 is overridden with the 23 with the same key. That's what we learned here. So Chennai 34. So if you just try to pass the Chennai value, so it will just override the value because the important point is the keys are unique. Okay, keys are unique. It won't throw error. It's already there. Key is already there. Don't pass. It won't throw like that. Okay, so it will just override the value which you are providing the newly to the existing key, which it will override the value. Okay, it will replace the value, the old value for that particular key to the new value. That's it. Okay, now you're saying 23, right? In the Bangalore. Okay, Chennai. So now just tell me here, city temp of Trivandrum, city temp dot keys dot exist contains. So will it throw error or not? So what is the result of this one? Will it throw error or not? Otherwise, just tell me. So what it will be? What it will return? This message box. Will it return error or Boolean value? A Boolean value. False, false, false. Perfect. Okay. Count is a 2. What you said is correct. Bangalore value is at 23 now. Perfect. What you said. Chennai is at 32 and it is hitting the false. Okay. And so that is about the dictionary. So you're just adding the values and retrieving the values. So let us try to so store some values. So basically, this is like a one, or instead of you have a multiple values. Let us take a fresh project. Okay. What we will do, we'll just do that. We'll just do that this one. So UI demo. Okay. UI demo. UI demo. Something. UI demo project. The road has to open that application. Okay. To open that application, open application. Just drag and drop, indicate on the screen, and select that particular application. Okay. So what I'm saying is here, so once we use the open application, the path, it is selecting the path, right? If you just run this one, it is opening perfectly, right? It is opening perfectly. We selected the everything. But what happened if I move this thing to this folder? Okay, I'm just moving this UI demo to the another folder. So there's no UI demo.exe is available into the desktop. While I am developing, it is there. That's why I just indicated, but it is throwing the error like a, so the system cannot find the path specified. Okay, so the system cannot find the path specified, this error, because while we are just developing, it is taken the path, right? The path. So now what we can do, we can store the value, this value, into the one variable, like a UI demo file path. Okay, that's the one variable. I'm just passing the default value here. Now instead of hard-coded value, you just give the something like that UI demo path. Now let us see here. Okay, so if it is changes, so we're just giving the current path of the path into the variable only. Okay, without disturbing the code, we're just changing the variable only. Okay. Now if I run, it's opening perfectly. Okay, it's open the application. So tomorrow, if I move this one to the another folder, go to here and take the path of the value without disturbing the workflow. That means without changing the workflow properties, directly I'm changing to the variable itself. Okay, the path of the UI demo.exe. And now, so that is the one thing. Okay, after that, let us create a username. So username. That's I'm just giving the value like a admin u_password. Just giving the password like a, the password for that application is a password. Okay. That's it. Okay, so after that, I just use the variables. I'm just using the type into. You can just set text. So set the text to the particular variable, this one, and use the the variable value u underscore username. Set text again, indicate on the screen here password, use the u password, and use the click activity to click the login button. Okay, so once it's logged in, admin password login. Okay, so it is showing this one. It is showing this one. Now what we will do, we just add some random values. Okay, so we will just do some random values. I'm just using the integer values like a I, that is the integer, and by default I'm just giving the 0. Okay, so use a while loop. So I is less than 10. Okay, so 10 times it has to loop. Anyway, first we have to take care of the exiting the loop at the end, right? And just I equal to I plus 1, so that first initially I is 0, 0 is less than 10, that's correct. So the body will execute and it will increment by 1. Now the I value is the second time it's a 1, 1 is less than 10, and go to the body, condition is true, and check increment the I value by 1, that's the 2, 2 is less than 10, like that it will go to the up to 10. Okay, 9. Okay, after 9, so 9 is less than 10, is the correct, then it will execute the body, increment by 1. Now the 10, 10 is less than 10, that's a false, it will come outside of the while loop. Okay, now what we have to do here, I'm just using the type into activity, and here the value I'm just passing 1111. Okay, just type into, select the second text box, and value 2222. Second the third text box, and value pass all the three values, just click on that accept button. Okay, once you get the accept, click on the accept button, you will get the get text. There is a transaction number, right? Get text activity to get the text from this transaction number. Okay, a newly generated transaction number. So this transaction number, just check the selector. The selector is good. Go to here, create one variable called trans. This trans, so we have a values, right? A trans. So let's open the notepad. This install. Let's save this one. The date 23 or 24. What is it? 24. Okay. Okay, I'm just opening the notepad. Using the type into here, indicate on the screen, indicating notepad, and type the trans plus environment dot new line. Okay. So after typing the each value, it will just press enter. That's it. Now run. So you can see. So we give the path of the UIDemo.exe in the variable, and the username and the password, and now it is typing the 111222333 like that. So it is typing how many times it will type the 10 times. And yeah, there is some selector issue here. Is unable because once you change anything, the selector title is changed to the star, right? That's why it is showing the stopping here. So here in the type into selector, just give the star here so that there's a dynamic selector. Okay. So okay, so it will type up to the 10, 10 values. And this 10 is not like a, so we hard coded that 10, right? This is static values. So we hard coded the value, the 10, I is less than 10, we hard coded, right? You can just declare the variable, okay? Here the variable max number, max transactions. That's the integer. The will just increase the scope. Here I'm giving the 4, maximum 4, okay? And also instead of this normal values, so I just use a random value. So how to generate the random values? Okay, see here, right on the notepad, the random values is a new random right open dot next right open. You have to give the maximum number. Okay, if you give the 100, so 0 to 100, any new value you want, it will generate the random value from 0 to 100. I mean maximum number. The maximum number you have to give. Okay. Suppose if you want to give a 100 comma or 1000 comma, so it's like I see the how many parameters are there? Two. First one is the minimum value. Next one is the maximum value. Okay. 9999 1000 to 9999. This is basically the a minimum value is 1000 and maximum value is 9999. So what we are just telling to the bot is generate a new number between these two, any random number, any randomly generated. Okay, it's not fixed. Every time you run it, every time it will give a new number. So the whole thing, it is showing that. So there is an error it is showing because we have to convert entire thing into the dot string, not to string. Okay, just click OK. So the same thing for all. That's it. I'm just anyway, I'm just removing this enter because it is giving the two new lines. Okay. Let's try to. So we have how many variables? One is for the this is a temporary variable. Leave it. Okay. This is for the path. This is for username. This is for password, and this is for maximum transactions. This maximum transactions we have to use here instead of 10 hard-coded value. We're just using the max transaction number. So how many number of times it has to repeat? That's what. And also close applications. We just use a close. Once it is everything is done, use a close application. Or we are in the open application, right? Just open application. Just drag the close application. That's it. I think it will close automatically. Run. So what are all variables we have? The UI demo.exe path, username, password, and the maximum number of transactions. Now can you see the numbers which it is read in entering is a random numbers. We are not decided these numbers. We decided that so the minimum value and maximum value. So we're just asking the robot give the one number randomly, anything between the 1000 and 9999. Okay, that is, you can declare that maximum value and minimum value. Otherwise, if you just declare the one single value that is called maximum value, then it will start from the 0 to that maximum value. If we just give the random dot next of 20, then you give the 0 to 20 any random number whenever you run. Okay, it's a random number. Now the thing is, you have a variables, right? So what will happen if it is changes every time? Okay, so tomorrow this path may change. Again, to change the path, again we have to come to this project. Tomorrow password may change. They are asking not four, the maximum number is like a, now how many are there? Four, right? So four only. Yeah, let's give the type enter. Let's give the enter here. So it's not entering. Now what we will do, so initially, so this is our project, right? This is our project. So okay, the whole thing is our project. What we can do, we can just store separately a text file, like a, so somewhere you're just keeping, so let it be, let's keep in the our project folder itself. Okay, I'm just creating that uh, config data. That is one folder, configuration the data, and here I'm just giving the one CSV. Okay, CSV file. There's a something like a, just use the input, not input, some um, configurations dot CSV. Okay, so this is a configuration dot CSV you're just declaring. So inside that configuration dictionary, you're just using that key value pair. Okay, suppose for example, if I declare this is a key, and this is a value. Okay, so these are all the keys and values. So whatever the variables are there. The problem here is, so tomorrow, if this is in the production server, okay, so you should not change the values like a, just open the, because the production server does not have a UiPath Studio. It has a robot only. Okay, there is no studio available in the production system where exactly it is running the run environment. It has only robot. If it's having the only robot, you can't open the main.xaml, these files and all, right? So what you can do, just do whatever may change tomorrow. So this password may change tomorrow, and they don't want to go with that main, they want to go with the some user, then username may change, right? The path is may change. The path currently in the desktop somewhere, so it may change to the D drive or C drive, something F drive. So now max transaction may ask, they may ask not four now. So tomorrow they want 100 transaction items. Okay. So whatever, wherever it is, seems like it changes these values. So this I am not giving zero, because it is always zero, right? So we're starting with the zero. Okay, that's why we're not keeping that into the outside of the project. Okay. So keep these things outside of the project. The outside of the project is like a, the names here, the key value pair or name and value. So you can just use anything, right? Item and value, so anything. It's just, I'm just keeping that in the CSV file. So UiPath, UiPath exe path, exe path. As the exe path is the path of the particular folder. Here is a path, right? Copy this path. Do you understand? The thing is, see here in the production systems, you don't have a UiPath Studio to open and change. If you have UiPath Studio, just open that one and change this one whenever the new path, new values. Okay, but here in this case, you don't have. We should not have a UiPath Studio installed in your production system. Now you name, admin, password, you max max number of oof, max is a 5, right? See here. As we declare in the same thing like a okay here. Okay. So as we just here we have a integer type, right? Integer type is the integer type, the string type, so some boolean type, right? In the same way, we have a integer type, and these are string types. Okay, we declare that all the values in the same one CSV outside of the project. Okay, CSV or text file. So we just declare any place. Okay, text file or CSV. Now CSV is very easy to read. Okay, now what we are doing, so here just use how to read the CSV. Read CSV. Use that. Just drag and drop the read CSV and use the path of the CSV. The path of the CSV is okay. So we just gave, we just created that into the our project only. Okay. Our project folder, we created the one folder called configuration data, and this is a path. This is a path. Okay. Just give a browse, and this is a part of the CSV. Once we use the data read range, the output is like a config dt, config data table. That's basically the type is a data table. The data table has the a key values pair, right? That mean data table has a tables, rows and columns now, but we have only 2 columns under multiple rows. So now tell me, so I want to loop each and every row. So suppose this is a data table. This is looks like a data table. Here, each and every row I have to loop, and let me declare the one dictionary for that. A dictionary like a main values. Main values dot dict. Use the same thing here. The dictionary. Immediately, what we have to do once the dictionary is declared, immediately your initialize new dictionary of string comma. I'm just giving the object. Okay. So what do you mean by object? Basically, the object is like a see here also. The thing is here, the key is a string and value is integer. But here, while we are initializing, the key is a string and value is object. So that's why it is showing error. What it is showing? The error, the value of the type. So value object is cannot be converted to the string and integer. So just declare while you're initializing itself. Don't go by default. Go to the browse type and dictionary. And what is the syntax? System dot collections dot generate dot dictionary. So here is a string, and next one is an object. Okay, so basically the object is like a anything. So if you don't know the type, because here if you see, so one is an integer type, one is a string type, like that. So you don't know the type, right? That's why you just give the object. Okay, now initialization of the So dictionary is done. That's what here we initialize, right? Here, do you remember? So here the city names we just initialize. In the same way, so we just initialize the key value pair, the dictionary. Okay. Now once you add the dictionary and read the data, and data is now in the data table config dt. So if I type the config dt, suppose for example, this is a data table, right? If I type like this, so what it will be? What it will can we can possible for random numbers also. Yes. Kodeshwar is asking, so we can is it possible to for random numbers also CSV also? You're asking, so we can read the random numbers from the CSV? That's your question? But random numbers, yeah, you have to, yeah, we can read that also, but yeah, instead of random method, you can directly use the some random numbers hard coded the values. Yeah, we can do that one. We will do. And now, so whatever you are just seeing the notepad, what is the value of this? What it will return? Uh, can you guess? Can you guess one more time? It's not part of the file. Just see closely this line. It's not part of the file. B2. No. So B2 is in the 0th, right? So the rows is a 0, right? Here there's a 0th row, 1, 2, 3. 0th column, first column. Okay. So our syntax is like this. What I'm asking is what is the value of this one? Now tell me what is the value it will display. What is the row index we give here? Yes, it is a admin, right? Do you all understand? It's admin only. Okay. Now, how can we loop each and every row from the data table? Which activity we have to use? Which activity we have to use to loop each and every row from the data table? So for each row activity, just drag and drop the for each row activity, not for each, it's a for each row. For each row activity, just drag and drop here and give the this data table, the config dt here, copy and paste, and just fill the values. Okay, I'm just filling the values. Basically, the filling the values, fill the values. I drag the sign operator, and we have a dictionary, right? What is the name of the dictionary? Main values dictionary. Main values dictionary of a key, right? So how can we pull the values, push the values? The push the values syntax is this one, and the dictionary name and the key. Okay. Here, what is a key? Here, what is a key? What is a key? Let's type in the chat window. Here, this is a key. How can I get this one? See, the row represents each row, right? A row of 0 dot to string. So this will give the keys, right? Row of 0, yeah, row of 0 not to string. So that will give the keys. Do you understand here? Row of it's the same thing like a how we have a HNIR fungal. Okay, the same thing, nothing else. Okay, the dictionary name is changed, and instead of hard code, we're just getting that key value from the uh, data table. Okay, these are the keys. Okay, row of 0 means that's the first column. Once this is done, the next thing is a value. Give the value. So what is the syntax here? Row of one, right? Row of one. So now the dictionary, the for each row activity loop each and every row and add values to the dictionary. That is the value adding the values to the dictionaries, right? So here in the value, so as I said, so here we don't need any dictionary names. Okay, directly we are adding 30, 40, 41, right? In the same way, whatever the value is there available here, whether it's a path or whether it's a username and a password or number of values, anything, just it will just come here, row of one. Okay, now this is a part where we are just filling the dictionary. Once we fill the dictionary, what we can do instead of this hardcoded value, so I'm just removing this one. There's a path error will come, path error. Here instead of this one, what we have to do? This path, I have to give the path. So just type in the chat window what we have to give here. We have a dictionary. The dictionary name is a main value dict something. I need this path in that place. Dictionary is already filled. Okay, dictionary has the values. What is the syntax now? Type in the chat window. Giving anything inputs. How to pull the values? The pulling the values is like a this one, right? The dictionary name bracket open key. Main value dictionary bracket open and the key value here. This path. Okay, so then remove the variables here. Yeah. Username and password. So you remove the username and remove the username. So now just tell me what is the syntax of the username. To get the username, what is the syntax? Main value of your name. Perfect. Okay. Others, can you understand? Or your Chandrakala type. So that is a perfect thing, right? So Ravi Kiran, yeah. Okay. Now we remove that username. Instead of that, just use the your name. Here remove main value dict of this will replace the value of that particular thing. Also give the dot to string. As it is an object, it will return the object. Okay. But here, what we have to do, main, this one, what we have to type here, dot to string the password. So the password is like a UPWD. This is a key. Okay, not directly password, exactly the key. Okay, and now, so you can remove the password also from here. You're not using that password. uh, maximum records here, so maximum records. So this is a file, right? Tell me now, what is the main value dict of, what is that? Maximum numbers. There's a key, and here instead of this, main dict of, but here we have to convert this into the integer. So we're comparing, right? C int of bracket. That's it. Okay. That's it. Let me run. Because see, the file is being used by someone else. So just remove this, close this file, close this file. So try to run. Cannot find the column 1. So cannot find the column 1. Why it is not finding the column 1? Column 0, row of 1. But it's not identified. What we'll do here, we'll display the counts. What is the number of columns? Something around. So it's not 1, right? So it's 2. So the project. Yeah, so it is a space separator. Okay, it's a space separator. It's a tab separator. Okay, not space, tab separator. Okay, what you can do, you can just use the, while you're reading the range, in the read range, read CSV, you have a delimiter is a comma separator. That's why. Okay, use a tab separator. Try to run now. What is the 2? See the values, where the values are coming. Now the values are coming from CSV, right? Outside CSV. So now if this code is in the production, so if any changes is required, so we can directly go here at CSV and change. That's it. Okay, so we're not touching the any codes, because so you instead of the 100 variables, you're just using the single variable called dictionary. That's it. Okay, single variable called dictionary. Let us go to the projects here. If change this value, right click on the edit here. I'm just giving the 2 and the path also. This path I'm just cutting from here, go here in the desktop page. This path, what is it? Giving here. This path I'm giving here. Save and close. Now let's run. So it's a very easy to change the text files or CSV files or Excel files instead of going to the code and change, right? So you're not disturbing any code. You're just changing the values, which is the files which is there outside. That is a configuration files. Okay. Now it's working fine. So it's to work for the two items only. Okay. This is a dictionary, very important concept. Dictionary is a very important concept. Go to the dictionary. So whatever we done now, so see here, all the variables is converted into the single dictionary, pulling the all the values, pushing all the values to the dictionary and pulling the values from the dictionary. That's it about the today. So do you have any doubts? Okay, so do the same thing and use like a uh, copy this URL in the dictionary, the URL of the RPA challenge. Just go to the RPA challenge. Okay, so go to the RPA challenge. This URL you have to store in the CSV and load that CSV values into the dictionary. And after that, so download this Excel from this one. So download this Excel, and the somewhere in the your system. That Excel path also you have to keep in the dictionary. Okay, the path of the Excel and the URL you have to use in the dictionary. So the robot has to pick the URL from the dictionary and pick the path of the Excel from the dictionary, and so open the browser and click on the initially start, and read that Excel. Go to the Excel line by line, each line, enter the values, click on submit, enter the values, click on the submit, enter the value, click on the submit, like that. So it has to go to all the rounds. Okay, all the rounds. Once all the rounds are done, once you get this value, right? So this value you have to copy this value. So what is the result, how much percentage, or how many fields you entered, right? What is the time it taken? So everything you have to copy this entire thing into this text, so you can get text activity and store into the one notepad into the separate folder. Okay, so notepad, so copy this whole thing here, and while you're saving in this folder, suppose for example this is having the folder, right? So RPA challenge. So uh, here inside this you have to save like a uh, results underscore 04072020 hyphen 0721 and the seconds. Okay, this is a syntax you have to give. Open RPA, Take this one, take it to variables, save in the text file. The text file path is like a format is like this. Okay, so format is like this. So now, so you have a dictionary. This is a dict value, and the path of the path is a dict value. Okay, and the main path of this folder is also dict value. Okay, the main path of the result folder dict. Okay, these all coming from the dict value. URL, it is coming from the dictionary. That is a CSV. Create a CSV outside or anything. You just try this text file, like CSV or Excel, anything is there. Okay, now we got to know how to read the data from the outside of the file, right? So, and so this path, the folder path, that mean this folder path is a the folder path you have to keep in the dictionary. Inside that, the files will come automatically, right? So the files having the current date, ddmm yy, and the time, hour. So today is 7 o'clock, 23, 22, and 23, something like that. So currently 23. Okay, so some seconds. Okay, so this has to come dynamically. Once you run the same bot, it has to create another text file. Again, you run whenever you run. So that time it will create a new text file with the results. That's it. Inside that, the results of this one, the congratulations, how much time it will take, how many fields you done. This is a one exercise. Okay, so here you have to use a dictionary. So use the dictionary. Use dictionary for doing this. Okay. Do you have any doubts? This is the exercise. Please complete the exercise. Okay. Submit the exercise. Thank you. We will see Monday. Monday in the same time. Monday morning. Tomorrow there is no class. Do you have any doubts? If you have any doubts, you can speak it up. Please practice this Sunday. Okay. Please practice this weekend. Okay. Because the practice is very important. So if you don't practice, so there's a lot of new topics, right? Once you go to the new topics, the old topics has to you should know about clear cut about these old topics. So then only you can involve that topics in the new topics. Otherwise, it is very difficult. Every day the new tasks are coming, right? Okay, please practice more this weekend. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a great weekend. Bye.